disconnected. Everything. My ass to stop fucking going off. Alright. Okay. Whoops. Truly is the calm before the storm. Certified. Certified calm before. Certified calm before the storm moment. audience is taking their sweet ass time to get here. Taking their sweet ass time to get here. Okay, so I guess this is just a bit they're doing. And they're really taking a while to get here. Oh, title should have been "We Are Blue." Damn it! I should have done that. Oh well. Maybe I'll go back and change the title once the archive is up. Wouldn't be the first time I've done it. Wouldn't be the first time. Welcome to today's Unity Day Festival. Let's hear from Macy Gray. Welcome to Wonder After Dark. Let's waste no time getting into this. I've already wasted 9 minutes waiting, so let's waste no time. Also, stop putting hour and go back to my. Genuinely. I'm not trying to argue, I'm just genuinely asking what's the issue with it. Discord. Well, I'll check Discord in a second, but I'm just politely asking, what's your issue with the different word? I don't know. I hate it. I mean, fair enough. Just not arguing, just fair enough. I mean, I I guess I'll change it back to my at some point. I might not. I might even alternate between the two. I don't know. Tough stuff, man. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Sonic 3 is going to be What a Wonderful Day, aka Apes. You know what? As much as I like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, that's a huge win for Sonic 3. Next episode, Next episode and subsequent ones are going to be my. We'll find out how right you may or may not be. Big Fat Liar is a 2002 American teen comedy film directed by Sean Let. Deal with change, you nostalgic hobo, Jesse, for real. Oh my god. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. I mean, glad you're not arguing with Spider for saying that. I just thought changing it up each season would be a nice gimmick. You know, keep things kind of fresh. You're gonna. Oh, please stop. Please, no, please don't. Please do not. No, seriously, please don't. I know you're trying to just be funny, but like, actually don't. On that fucking note, before I actually start screaming, Big Fat Liar is a 2002 American teen comedy film directed by Sean Levy and written by, oh no, Dan Schneider. Oh no. From a story by Schneider, ew, and Brian Robbins. Oh, okay. We are blue, dabba dee da. The film stars Frankie Muniz, Paul Giamatti, and Amanda Bynes. Honestly, a 2000s time capsule right there, with the supporting cast of Amanda Detmer, Donald Faison. Oh, hello. Don't argue, please. Thank you for not arguing. Anyway. Lee Majors and Russell Hornsby. Yeah. Discord, keep it in DMs. Okay. I'll look at whatever you have to say after the review. I'm not refusing to look at it. I would just hate to put it on standby to look at what you... Okay. Look now. Okay. Then I'll get to Big Fat Liar. Probably the quickest an episode of this show has noted. Just noted. Noted. Back to the movie before I possibly get interrupted again. The film was produced by Tallon Robbins Productions, say that 5 times fast, and distributed by Universal Pictures. And it released on February 8th, 2002. Hooray me, except I wasn't born yet. The film had a budget of just $15 million. When's the last time you've seen a movie that cheap? And made $53 million. So it definitely was a commercial success by the looks of it. Anyway, the plot. I seen this film when it was a year old. I honestly don't recall the first time I ever saw it. I mean, obviously I've seen it, but I can't. When was the last time you saw a movie that cheap? FNAF, it cost around $15 million. Let me just... Or actually 2 years old, fuck. You're close. Five Nights at Freddy's had a budget of $20 million. So you're not terribly off. I'm not arguing when I say that. Just 20 million, 15... It's only 5 million. I said about. Oh, yeah. Anyway. The plot, alluding to the fable The Boy Who Cried Wolf, follows a 14-year-old compulsive liar, played by Frankie Muniz, whose creative writing assignment, Big Fat Liar, is stolen by an arrogant Hollywood producer, played by Paul Giamatti, who plans to use it to make the fictional film of the same name. Okay, also noted. At least you're not biting my head off. Anyway. The film was released in the US, as previously stated, on February 8th, 2002, to commercial success, but mixed to unfavorable critic reviews. Nah, I'll bite your feet off. Not tonight, I got my stompies on. Get fucked. Anyway. Although, because of the fact it was a commercial success, it led to a standalone direct-to-DVD sequel in 2017, which of course was critically panned. Why wouldn't it be? Talk about how you lost the off-brand Lego piece. Oh yeah, that happened. I'm just going to give y'all the condensed version because you both already heard this story, but yeah, I've had this set sitting around in my possession for close to a year now, but I just decided to build it today because I got nothing better to do. Everything was going pretty well until I noticed there was a piece just completely missing. So I had to run out, improvise, find a piece of the similar shape. Okay, problem solved, right? Then I realized I might have fucked up a step. Also, bigger, fatter liar. Stay tuned. Yep. Oh boy. Screenwriter John Hamburg, I wonder if he eats at McDonald's, provided rewrites during production, but final writing credits were awarded to Dan Schneider for screenplay and story, and producer Brian Robbins for just the story. Oh, that's disgusting, Dan Schneider. I know, you see little kitty feet. Miranda Cosgrove taking a bath. There's no feet in this film. Thankfully. I may be a foot freak, but even I have standards. I only like to see feet that are of age. I do not like to see little kitty feet. Yep, this episode's starting to take a turn. First it took a turn, now it's taking a turn. Lost her standards. I'm never hearing the end of that. Oh my god, that is to me what fat jokes are to queso. Oh my god. Anyway. Big Fat Liar was filmed from March to June of 2001 at Universal Studios Hollywood and its Flash Flood set, and Los Angeles International Airport, as well as in Glendale, Monrovia, Pasadena, and Whittier, California. Drink cream soda. I don't have any. You mean like at Universal Studios? Chiking. Anyway. That mental instability is showing. The exotic Intermac 6651 handheld PC appears as the computer used by Lester Golub to help Jason by releasing a stream of water into Marty's path. I don't know why that's listed under production, but okay, sure, go off, Queen. Yeah, one of the shorter production histories I've ever read. But what about that motherfucking reception? Slay, Jesse. Yeah, just so you know, our beloved Mexican gardener has told me that I would look cute with painted nails. So if anybody thinks I would slay, it's him. We'll find out if you agree with me or not. You can determine whether or not you agree with him or not. By the way, if you're wondering what movie is playing over my shoulder right now, it's the Jason Statham classic, The Beekeeper. Nails, painted, nails, slay. Fuck, anyway. Okay, reception time. On Rotten Tomatoes, Big Fat Liar has an approval rating of 45% based on 93 reviews with an average rating of 5 out of 10. The consensus reads, and I do have to say, their words, not, we need you to review another Jason Statham movie. What? Have I done another one? Because another would imply that I did one before. No, I'm not arguing. Transport. Have I? Okay, no, I have not seen Transporter. I had to... Stay tuned, I guess. Anyway. The consensus reads, and this is their words, not mine. Their words, not mine. Although there's nothing... That's a great movie. Okay, I believe you. Though there's nothing offensive about Big Fat Liar, it is filled with Hollywood cliches and cartoonish slapstick, making it strictly for kids. Their words, not mine. Metacritic assigned a weighted average score of 36 out of 100 based on 24 critics, 0 to 50 and 4, indicating generally unfavorable reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A- on an A+ to F scale. Strictly for kids, we as adults love it. Pretty much. Some critics called the film energetic and witty, but others called it dull and formulaic. Ebert and Roper, hey look, two names we haven't heard in a while, gave it 2 thumbs up. Citation needed. In his review for the Chicago Sun-Times, Ebert gave the film 3 out of 4 and called it a surprisingly entertaining movie, ideal for younger kids and not painful for parents. Michael O'Sullivan of the Washington Post called the film an innocent comedic revenge fantasy that somehow manages to be sweet and wickedly satisfying at the same time. They told me to pick up a little blue car. Oh yeah, and as for awards, because you're probably curious about that, even though we don't look at that very often, the film won a Teen Choice Award for movie chemistry with Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. Yeah. Although it did not win, it was only nominated. They didn't say anything about a little blue man. Then it was nominated for a Young Artist Award for both Best Family Feature Film Comedy and Best Performance in a Feature Film and Leading Young Actress. Did not win. But then at the 2003 Kids' Choice Awards, Amanda Bynes won Favorite Movie Actress. Yippee! What about the home video side? Fuck. The film was released in theaters February 8th, 2002. I don't know why it's repeated. I'm just reading what it says. And then it was released on DVD and VHS. I have it on VHS and DVD. I'll save my copy for the end of this. Then it was released on VHS and DVD in Region 1, while the US... This is so confusing. This is so badly formatted. Like, what the fuck? Why is it... This really is badly formatted, so let me just ask for more detail. Okay, there we go. It was released by... It was released on September 24th, 2002 on DVD and VHS in the US, and then it released in the UK a little bit after that, both countries by Universal Pictures Home Entertainment. The DVD release contains an unlockable cheat code for Spyro 2 Season of Flame that turns Spyro blue. I wonder if it turns Subway red. Anyway. As seen in one of Jason's pranks on Marty, aka the fucking best prank in the entire damn movie. What? Oh, you didn't know? Hold up. You didn't know the DVD had that? What about Spyro? Oh, yeah. The DVD release for Big Fat Liar included an unlockable cheat code for. Excuse me, Princess. The DVD release for Big Fat Liar contained an unlockable cheat code for Spyro 2 Season of Flame, which turns him blue. Was the previous incarnation of this show, which does not exist anymore, did you do movie reviews? Actually, for once, I'm glad you asked. While I did do movie reviews, nice, yep. Anyway, while I did do movie reviews on the pre-reboot era of this show, I also just talked about anything. Like, it was less laser focused. Movies became more constant as time went by, of course, but it was really just anything I could get my mouth. Except a dick. Anyway. It was the Gardner Dick Sucker show. Oh my god. You are the definition of that one video where the guy is in front of the cage and there's the baby, I think it's like a rhino. You know the video. Guy's in front of the cage. Even the babies are one of the most dangerous animals in the world, so I built this cage to keep them secure. Oh my god. And it's just standing right next to him. I mean that in an endearing way. Well, at least you mean it in an endearing way. I don't know the video. Okay, let me link that video because it is an absolute classic. Seriously, that video is amazing. Okay, back to stupid. Then the film was released on Blu-ray on March 4th, 2014, and that's basically the end of it. Can we talk about the fact you might be gay? Might be. What was your first clue that I might be gay? The fact that I'm like this thin around? The fact that I like cocks? The fact that my hip game is just on point? Or the fact that I'm a foot freak? What was your first clue? That's not even a might be, that's it. Can we talk about the fact that the pink gorillas that appear in this film are the same ones from Batman? Oh yeah, that. It's one of the most, you have no butt. Anyway. But yeah. I said hip though, not butt. Anyway. But what I was saying. But yeah, that basically covers the home video side of it. You have no hip either. Okay, but I do have Big Fat Liar on DVD. Yep, here's the you're all stick, and you're a dick anyway. The good old DVD, the DVD. And we're coming out on DVD. What's DVD? Well, I don't know. Universal logo, good movie, yes it is, Big Fat Liar. Ah! The back of the back, the bone, fuck. The bone in the. I hope that gives me a concussion one of these days. The bonus bonus features include exclusive. Let Amanda Bynes be your personal guide through the menus. Outrageous deleted scenes. Spyro video game extras only available on this DVD. Cheat code to turn Spyro blue. Sneak peek of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and special new Spyro web game. DVD. Anyway. Interactive Universal Studios backlot adventure. Are you a big fat liar? Play this hilarious game and find out. If we ever meet IRL, we should hook each other to a lie detector test. Trivia challenge, behind the scenes featurette. Feature commentaries with actor Frankie Muniz and director Sean Levy, and much more. Much more. Yep. Also, Enter the Dragonfly EU. I've never played it. In fact, I've never played any of the Spyro games. By the way, Blue Balls. Blue Balls. It's a bad game. I'll take your word for it. Then again, I'll take your word on the quality of any of the Spyros because I've never played any of them. Very rushed. Okay, noted. Anyway, so, cock. Sounds familiar. Anyway, but Big Fat Liar. I said earlier that it was met with mixed to unfavorable reception. And yeah, that is true. Its critical reception was pretty mixed. Talk about Jaleel White in this film. I was getting there. I don't think as fast as you do. I did not mean for that to sound possibly insensitive. I don't think that fast. But that was not an ADHD joke, I promise. But anyway, I said that the film got mixed to unfavorable reviews, and that is true. But honestly, I don't think it's that mixed. Not bad, but mixed. In fact, I quite like the movie. I mean, it's no cinematic masterpiece at all. It's just a goofy, silly revenge fantasy, revenge comedy. I will say, though, it is definitely a 2000s time capsule because, oh my god, let's talk about Jaleel. I was getting there. You got, like, when I say 2000s time capsule, I mean you got Frankie Muniz, you got Paul Giamatti, you got Amanda Bynes, you got Donald Faison, you got Jaleel White, even though 90s, but Jaleel. Kenan Thompson too. Yeah, Jaleel. Roar! Lion, roar, right. Oh, the Lights of Ginga. What am I talking about? Because I'm stupid. This is my tiny brain that I have because I'm a little stupid head. Okay, but yeah. But yeah, Jaleel White is... Anyway, Jaleel White is in the... Fuck! Jaleel... Fun fact, Kenan only has one scene, yet his name is in the opening credits. Typical. Just typical. Typical. But yeah. But Jaleezus? Shabuzi. But yeah, Jaleel White is in the film, which, not gonna lie, even though I've seen this movie many times, I still honestly completely forget that he's even in it. So when I get to his scene, I'm like, oh hey, it's Sonic. I know that seems kind of dumb of me to forget, but like, I do honestly forget that Jaleel is even in this movie. Kenan has one line, boring, during the after party scene. And then Jaleel. Yeah, so how I forget that Jaleel is in the movie, but then... Listen, you may be older than me, but I'm still old. I'm old, I'm traumatized, I'm desensitized, I'm ostracized, I'm bastardized, we didn't have a lot of fun in the desert. We didn't have a lot of... He plays a... He plays a... He plays a... He plays... What was your first fucking clue? He plays a fictionalized version of himself trying to break away from playing Urkel. It's honestly hilarious. And yeah, it is hilarious. And you know what I think's really funny? I imagine that's about how the real Jaleel probably feels about Urkel at this point. Urkel and Sonic. Like, because it feels like those are the only two things I ever hear anybody ever say that Jaleel ever did. Ever green titties and my mostly, well, yeah, mostly Urkel. Mostly Urkel. Mostly Urkel. Urkless. Y'all ever just, I don't know. Let me turn this heater off real quick. Fuck. I mean, I already needed to put this disc back over here anyway. So. Shit. There we go. And before you say read, I don't have eyes in the back of my head. My name is Jaleel. Urkel was a character I played as a child. Like I said, I feel like that's probably how he feels about fucking everything now. Oh yeah, can I just say as well? Okay, I just want to say as well about Big Fat Liar. Okay, I feel like I talk about Paul Giamatti. Okay, I feel okay. While I think every actor in this movie is a standout, I think Paul Giamatti is the best in this movie. Mainly because I feel like, never mind the fact that he's just the best portrayal of an arrogant fucking cunt. I also think that his character arc in this movie is the most accurate portrayal of somebody who has just had their ass handed to Mr. Funny Bones. Yep. No, but seriously, like, I feel like he's just had his. What is wrong with me? Because, oh my god, I can barely get a thought out of my head. Oh my god, I feel like I'm dying. Okay, but. Quietly. Give me back my monkey. Yeah, the monkey. Like. Okay, I would say, though, that the monkey is probably the funniest thing in the entire movie. But there are two things in this movie that I think are infinitely funnier. The fact that Frankie Muniz's character, I forget his name because I didn't have time to watch this movie in preparation for this, but the fact that he just absolutely tortures this poor man, I mean, rightfully so, but still, and just the limo driver making that noise, that too. I can't make the noise exactly, but anyway. But just, I think what might be the funniest thing to come out of this movie is just the mental image of Paul Giamatti's literally blue ass face in the car having a fucking mental breakdown with I'm Blue just on full blast for everybody in a 2 kajillion year radius to hear. Shepherd! Yeah. It's so just simple, yet just the mental image and the visual and the, like everything about everything I just said just lines up. What about that wrestler guy? Oh my god. Fuck, is this a wrestler I should know? It's been a little bit since I've seen the movie, so in the monster truck. Okay, just make wait. No, the actor isn't. Okay, just making sure. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so obviously I'm gonna forget some things. I'll probably end up watching it tomorrow or someday. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but yeah, that guy. What reason did this wrestler need to be in the movie? I don't know, but is it funny as shit? Yes. I don't know what I love more, the fact that this character has a fandom wiki page, or the fact that apparently he has a son named Lil Mash. I forget if Lil Mash is even mentioned in the movie or not. Was talk about the scene where Marty gets beat up by a bunch of kids. Oh yeah, Marty. Marty gets little mashes at the end when Okay, thank you for reminding me. Thank you for refreshing my memory. Yeah, can I just say, as if Marty doesn't already get. Yeah, he hits Marty in the nuts. As if Marty doesn't already get his ass handed to him over the course of the movie. God, he gets it really. I mean, on the one hand, it's like he fucking deserves it because of what he did over the course of the movie. But on the other hand, you kind of feel bad for him because he's. Okay, if there was such a thing as a villain that is so unlikable that they then loop back around to being likable again, I think Marty Wolf would be it. A villain that is so unlikable that they then loop back around to being likable again. Like, you want to hate the guy because he's just a shithead and, stealing the work and such. But you also want to love him because his performance is just so cartoonish and just so over the top in all the right ways. I don't even know how to put it into words. I feel like we could rate Marty Wolf and Paul Giamatti all on its own. Talk about the grandma. Okay, yeah, I seriously need to rewatch this movie because there's a lot that I'm just forgetting or that I have forgotten. Yeah, Grandma Pearl. Jesus, I even forgot what she looks like. She's a tiny little thing. Oh my god. She's a tiny. She doesn't even look like a real person. I completely forgot what she looks like. Oh my god. Where do you find someone like that? I do not mean anything I'm saying as an insult, by the way. I just. Her actress's name was Sparkles. Or Sparkle. It just says, okay, Sparkle. Are Sparkle Stillman? Yes. Yes, they are. But, okay, let's see what she was known for. Because I'm curious. Actually, okay. Son of a bitch. Okay. Okay, known for Big Fat Liar, Wedding Crashers, Man on Fire, Serial Killing for Dummies. Sparkle is dead. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rest in peace. I actually did not know she was dead until right now. I say this with fucking Gallus on my screen. Gallus. I think that's how you say this character's name. Is it? 2005 at the age of 9. Oh, damn, she was old. Rest in peace, legend. Oh, also, because I did just say Man on Fire, I would say stay tuned to that movie, but it's an action movie with no comedy. So, stay with an asterisk, tuned and italicized. No, it's not a Law and Order type crime drama, it's just a straight action movie. Okay, back to Big Fat Liar, but talk about the scene where he turns blue. Oh, yeah. Can I just say, out of everything that kid fucking does to Marty, oh my god, that is both the most comical and silly and diabolically evil. Mainly because, like, good god, do I even need to say what about that is just evil? Because I don't, if you've seen the movie, yeah, and turns his hair orange, which, yeah, as if the blue skin isn't bad enough. As if the blue skin isn't bad enough, you add the orange hair on top of it, and then super glues his face to his ear. Oh yeah, that too. Everything, my god, or headset. Yeah, even I was like, wait, what? Yeah, my god, my god. Oh, Jason. Oh god. Jason really fucked him over, and I mean that in like all the best ways. In fact, I'm on YouTube right now. These two comments, I think sum up the whole movie the best. All Marty had to do was make one measly phone call, and he could have avoided all of this. I agree, but he's an arrogant bastard, so he was never going to. All the likable things are contrast to the sequel. Oh, yeah. And then, yep, this comment. This comment also says, stay tuned this Wednesday. That is if I can. Let me see where it's available. No, I'm not refusing. I'm just. Okay, I'll track it down. Or maybe you can track it down. I don't know which. But one of us is going to track it down. But back to Big Fat Liar. One, the good one, the great one. But this comment also says it best. It wasn't Jason Shepard that screwed over Marty Wolf. It was Marty Wolf that screwed Marty Wolf. Yep. It sure was. It wasn't Jason that screwed him over. It was himself. And honestly, well, actually, you know what? Okay, I would hate to regurgitate somebody else's thoughts on a movie, but I'm reading the comments of this clip. I agree with this. I know it's a movie, but I deeply love this happy ending. It's one of my favorite happy endings, especially for the movie itself. Yeah, I agree. Like, for how chaotic of a. Oh, talk about how Monty is always eating something as a way to combat her stress. Oh, yeah, that happens. And you know what? Even though I wouldn't say that I eat like that, God Almighty. I find that insanely relatable. I always got to be doing something to control stress. And it still doesn't work. She's skinny too. Hey David, check this out. Anyway. But yeah, she's skinny and eats a lot to control her stress. Yippee! But yeah. Do we have anything else we'd like to say about Big... Oh, talk about how she turns on Marty. Oh yeah, she turns on Marty. Rightfully so. You know what? Here's a good metaphor for all of you. Jason, or I was about to say the complete wrong name. Whoopsie daisy, that would have been bad. Here's a metaphor, because he pushes her around way too much. Yep. Here's a metaphor for all of you. Marty Wolf is Dan Schneider, and everybody that Marty has abused over the course of the movie are his victims. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Or when Marty tells the fat lady, "Are you sure you're not the CEO of Twinkies?" Which, I mean, okay, now that I was gonna, and then at the end she eats a Twinkie to mock him. Yeah. Which, can I just say, Marty made that's such an empty insult anyway, because, yeah, I know, I'm gonna sound like the technical type, but as if Twinkies is like all Hostess makes, like, no, Mr. Wolf, no, it isn't. Empty threats, gotta love them. Fat shaming. I love how she eats it the same. Like, just same. Also, those memories are coming back to me. Also, rare emoji usage. That's a brick joke, yep. I am almost running out of thoughts. I'm not saying that like I'm done talking about it. I'm just almost out of thoughts. Like I've used up my brain cells. Got anything else you want to add? Talk about how Nick is ga. Yeah, Nick is ga. Ha ha ha, Nick. Yeah. Do we have anything else we would like to add about the movie itself, or oh, and how the teacher locks Jason out because he's late for school? Oh yeah, typical teacher talk about My Little Pony. Well, we haven't done that in a while. Schools will never do that. I wouldn't know because I haven't been to school since the Obama administration. Hey David, check this out. Now to you, Spider. talk about My Little Pony. Well, we haven't done that in a while, but we're not done talking about the movie yet. Well, I feel like we're almost done. But the teacher literally doesn't let him in, forcing him to use the window, all because he's late. The Obama administration is the I grew up poor... Let me try that again. The Obama administration is the I grew up poor joke that Markiplier always tells of this. That's a great analogy. That's actually a great comparison, even. Anyway. Okay, but yeah. Schools, I think, would never do that. I say I think because, again, Obama. Obama soda! Now, where did I put my car keys? Yeah. Guys, I think this guy has a family. What? Okay, and... Nah, schools would not stop students from... Okay, well... Again, I wouldn't know. That might make me sound stupid, but I just genuinely wouldn't know. What does it say? He always says we couldn't even afford, and then everyone around him sighs and face palms. That's how I feel anytime you say Obama administration. No, actually, I believe that's how you feel when... Please laugh. Please laugh, anyway. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this film. Same here. I think that's about all I have to say about it. I rated a 10 out of 10. Same here. 10 out of 10. Would fuck again. If it was of age. Because you don't want to fuck a movie that only came out yesterday. This movie is genuinely my childhood. I mean, I've seen it, but seriously, I know for a fact I would not have seen it when it first came out, because I wasn't fucking born yet. I was still inside my daddy's dick, but I cannot for the life of me think of when I would have, like, for the very first time seen it. I know it was probably on DVD, but I can't think of, like, how many years ago. Still inside your daddy's balls, you mean? What's up, Doc? You know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. I, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, love dicks. Oh yeah, Spider. What was it that you said earlier? Yeah, Spider. You said at 9:57 my time, I'm debating doing something, but I don't know if I want to do it yet. Not ready. Okay, noted. I was just wondering, but if you're not ready, no problem. Might be tonight. Yeah. Okay, so I guess... My Little Pony. Okay, I guess we're going to talk some My Little Pony. I love big ones, I love small ones, I love fat ones, I love skinny ones, I love long ones, I love short ones, I love white ones, I love black ones. Hell, I'll even do an Asian. I just can't get enough dicks. Okay, well, I guess we're going to talk some My Little Pony. We haven't done that in a while, so may as well. Don't know what the hell just came out my mouth there, but yeah, may as well, just to kind of pad out the runtime. So, an interesting development. I'll never forget how much you were Oh yeah, that clip was amazing. That clip was amazing. Okay, anyway, I do have something My Little Pony related that I would like to talk about. So, I have been going through the show and watching it. Now I shall go. I have a movie to watch. No worries. I'm too lazy to fold I don't even know what was about to come out my mouth, but anyway, have a day, Sylvest. If you want to catch up on the remaining part of this episode, you can do so sometime tomorrow. If you want, but if not, no worries. Otherwise, have a day. Admire our set as you ride off into the dawn. Dicks. Okay, back to you, Spider. Looks like it's me and you for the rest of this episode. Okay, so what I was going to say. I've been going through and watching Friendship is Magic, of course. You know, just because I didn't get around to finishing it the first time, so I'm kind of giving it another try. It's been going well, but something has come up. And that something is... I'm looking up the date so I know when it is. Okay. Actually, no. That's old. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's what I was looking for. Yeah. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic will be removed from Netflix sometime this year. It says after January 2025. Although, let me see if I can find the exact date when it's being removed from the platform. Okay. Yeah, when is it being removed? Oh, there we go. Okay, leaving Netflix on February 1st, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, seasons 1 through 4. So yeah, February 1st, the show will be removed from Netflix. Which, to be honest, I don't really find that surprising because Netflix, or let me rephrase, Hasbro, who of course owns the property, has already ended their partnership with Netflix a year ago, a couple months ago, in 2024. And since they ended their partnership, they've been steadily removing a lot of titles from Netflix. Most recently, they removed Power Rangers Ninja Steel, Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, and Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Although Mighty Morphin, Dino Fury, and Cosmic Fury are still on Netflix, at least for now. How much longer? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not really surprised that My Little Pony Friendship is Magic specifically is being removed. Because again, Netflix and Hasbro ended their partnership. Could I see the show moving to another streaming platform? I mean, it seems highly likely. It seems very likely it'll move to some other service. And honestly, I think I know where it might end up. Let me just put this back on the shelf. I feel like the show is probably going to move to Tubi, because a lot of Hasbro stuff has been moving over to the Tubi streaming service as of late. Pretty much most of Power Rangers up to RPM is on Tubi. Super Sentai is on Tubi, although only the seasons that Shout Factory has the rights to are on there. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, a lot of the Transformers shows are on Tubi. I don't know which ones specifically, but I do know a good chunk of them are. I think one of the G.I. Joes is, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. When the show finally does leave Netflix, I feel like Tubi will be the new streaming home. And this does bring up something that I do want to talk about in relation to My Little Pony, which is DVDs, Blu-rays, etc. Because, like, let me grab something real quick. So it'll take a second here. Okay. It's kind of scattered, so just give me a minute. But okay. So when the show was new, Hasbro, or not Hasbro themselves, but when the show was new, Shout Factory released a bunch of compilation volume DVDs, and these would contain just an odd assortment of episodes in no real particular order, which, I mean, I don't hate that. Most of the episodes are kind of standalone anyway, so it's not really a huge issue. But yeah, Shout Factory released these for a good while. And then later on, I don't own any of these, but later on, Shout Factory released the complete first season on DVD. And from then on, Shout would release both these volume discs with random episodes and complete season sets. So season 1, season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To date, season 7 is the last one to get a DVD release in the US. Now you will find copies of seasons 8 and 9 on places like eBay, but those are bootlegs. There are no official DVD releases of seasons 8 and 9. Nowhere in the world that I'm aware. Additionally, the movie, the theatrical film, was also released on Blu-ray and DVD, not by Shout, but by Lionsgate, because they own the rights to the movie. But there's my thing. The majority of the show is out on disc. 7 out of 9 seasons plus the movie, that makes up a good 98% of the show. The only things that we're missing are those last 2 seasons. My thing is... Okay, I don't know how I just did that, but okay. My thing is, now that the franchise is kind of dormant and you could just focus on legacy content, why not go back and finish the DVDs? Even if you're not going to put the show on streaming, at least you can put it out on disc. And plus, that's only 2 seasons that are missing. In fact, if they really wanted to, they could, release them together as one set, so the complete 8th and 9th seasons in one package. I mean, I would prefer separate releases for consistency, but together would be fine too. Oh yeah, and it is worth noting. Let me rephrase. I did hear from multiple people that apparently they stopped the DVDs because, Shout lost the rights. But actually, if you go on the Shout Factory website, that's just not true. Because basically all the My Little Pony DVDs are still available, brand new, directly from Shout Factory. So, no, they did not lose the rights or anything. They just, for some reason, are not putting out anything new. I don't know where I'm going with this. Considering the fact that we are coming up on the show's 15th anniversary this year, you heard that right, 15th anniversary, and considering that it's already kind of hard to find the show complete, at least in terms of official releases. Obviously, I know you can probably find it on like pirated websites or maybe Internet Archive, but in terms of official releases, I just think it would be nice if they were to just put out like the complete series on DVD. In fact, Blu-ray would be nice too, but DVD would be fine. But just put out the complete series on DVD and just finish it off. Or at the very least, just go back and release those last 2 seasons that you never did. That way, at least until the show finds a new streaming home, you can have the complete series on standby. But then again, I feel like the main reason a complete series set never happened is probably because of the movie. Because, as I said, Shout Factory released seasons 1 through 7. Lionsgate put out the movie. And Lionsgate very rarely licenses their titles out to other studios and other labels. The last time I can think of when they did that, actually the last 2 times. Okay. The last 2 times that I can think of where Lionsgate has done that are Uncut Gems to the Criterion Collection. Yes, this is an A24 film, but it was distributed by Lionsgate, and then Lionsgate licensed it out to Criterion. So there's an example of a title Lionsgate licensed to another studio. And another example, technically, would be Wallace and Gromit to Shout Factory. This was originally released on Blu-ray by Lionsgate in conjunction with Hit Entertainment. Yes, that Hit Entertainment. But then later Shout obtained the license. So I guess maybe Lionsgate would hand the movie over to Shout for a complete set, but I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention, audience. The show will be leaving Netflix relatively soon, and I will probably end up spending a fuck ton of money to track down the DVD releases, because I'm stupid like that. That, and guess what? Physical disc will always be better than streaming. Yes, streaming services may be convenient, but I like having a physical, tangible copy. You cannot take this from me. You can't censor it. You can't edit it. You can't write it off for taxes. Legal. Oh, forgot about this. But yeah. Anything else pony related you would like to hear about, or just anything else in general you'd like to hear about? Talk Sonic. Okay. Um, Okay, Sonic. Trying to think of a specific Sonic related thing. Just trying to think. Oh, well, real quick before we begin, time for the funny image. The wolf from Hoodwinked. Just the wolf from Hoodwinked. Stay tuned. But yeah. Okay, but what I was saying. So, now on to Sonic. So, Sonic 3 is a big success at the moment. I mean that in a good way, of course. It's currently beating a lot of movies. Sorry if I seem kind of dry. I'm just eepy. But I'm not ready to go eep yet. Special guest star Futurama. But, excuse me. But yeah, Sonic. You know what? I'll take this as my opportunity to talk about what I think the future of the Sonic movie series will be. That could be interesting. So, oh yeah, and I guess now that everybody has seen Sonic 3, I guess it should be safe to talk about this. But yeah, now that everyone has seen the movie and now that everyone kind of knows all the spoilers and such, where do I think the Sonic movie franchise will go after Sonic 3? Well, it's important to look at where we are now. The Robotniks, Ivo and Gerald, are gone, at least as far as we're aware. Agent Stone kind of wasn't tied up. Like, he's just kind of out there still. And of course, now we have a bunch of Metal Sonics in the picture and Amy Rose. And of course, Shadow is still alive. So, where do we go from there? Well, I want to narrow it down to Shadow, Amy, and Metal Sonic. Shadow being alive. Okay, well, I'm not really surprised. In fact, I'm not angry at all. I think it's actually kind of cool how they did it. But I'm a little confused as to how that's tying into the story of Amy and Metal Sonic. I don't know, like, maybe I feel like what we saw in Sonic 3 are teases for two different things. Like Amy and Metal Sonic was more of an explicit. Amy was in Sonic CD. Yes, I know. I was about to bring that up. Also, I'm not saying this to be rude. I'm just asking genuinely. Didn't you just say you had a movie to watch? I'm not being rude. I'm just genuinely asking. But anyway, but Amy and I do. Okay, I guess you just sensed this conversation happening then, but I also have nothing to do. Fair. Also, Sylv, if you're wondering, I was talking about the future of the Sonic movies and where I think they're going after 3, but anyway. I think Amy and Metal Sonic is more of an explicit tease for the 4th movie. Because honestly, the movie I was watching was bigger, fatter, go figure. But anyway. Shadow being revealed to still be. Okay. I have something to share. I think I'm going to share a script from the novella series. It's been dormant for a while, so I might as well just share what I have. More info on Discord. I'll get to that after I'm done yapping. But anyway, you Spider, I'll get to it after this. You Sylv, fair. Anyway. But Shadow being alive, or revealed to be alive, I'm a little confused what that has to do with Amy and Metal Sonic. Because if they're going the Sonic CD route, how do you work Shadow's, not resurrection, but survival into that? Yeah, I think what we saw in Sonic 3 was two separate teasers. How about you just wait for it to come? I'm just speculating, thank you very much. I'm not complaining like you might think, I'm speculating. But, and yes, I am aware that I gave Quentin Tarantino at his most arrogant vibes. How about you stop? How about I go? Anyway, but I think what we saw was like two separate teasers for two separate things. Like, this is more of a tease for Sonic 3, and then this was more, I guess, Sonic 5 or a Shadow spin off. Oh, yeah, and that does remind me. Also, or I bang your mom. Yeah, go figure. You'll have to dig her up. Necrophilia. Delicious. Anyway. But I feel like we're definitely going to get a Shadow spin off out of this. It just seems highly likely. But I'm a little conflicted, like, okay, like if we do get a Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off after Sonic 4, because it's probably going to come out after the fourth movie, my question is, okay, I know I'm kind of doing laps, but it's just because my head hurts. Shadow spin-off, maybe. Anyway, what I'm a little conflicted is, do I think they're going to have it take place in... Tail spin-off is a yes, 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 yes. Anyway, okay. I'm a little confused. Like, if they do the Shadow spin-off, hypothetically, would they just go back to the past and tell, like, a more detailed version of the backstory we saw in 3? Or would it pick up from 3? Because on the one hand, I think both have potential. But on the other hand, I don't know. I guess you see where I'm coming from. Either way, the future looks quite bright for the Sonic movie. Pick up from 3 and give him a wacky sidekick. Please don't. Okay. Alright. Spider. So this is a shortened script for the first film in the series. This features a couple scenes from the film. Make sure to read out loud the scene numbers so you're not confused. It goes 1, 2, 12, 15, and 18. Okay, got it. I've written a lot more stuff, but this is about 20 to 25% of what I've written already. Just a tease. This is a first draft. Not checked, not all corrected, not changed. This was written a while back. Enjoy. Read on camera. Okay. Well, if you wanted me to read some shit on camera, that is super tiny print. Okay. Novella is what I'm going to be reading. All right. Over Black. Or actually, let me just start. Project Novella, Part 1. Over Black. You can zoom in. I just did. Over Black. We didn't want to go. We didn't want to kill them. But his persistent silence and outstretched arms horrified and confronted and comforted us at the same time. Caption from the original post on the Something Awful forums, 2009. Fade in. 1. Exterior, backyard, Sterling City, 2009. Night. We open with the POV of a video camera dated 2009. Alan Surge, 17, is the cameraman. Alan. Good morning, everyone. Today is the first day of shooting for the next big horror indie film, Marble Hornets. Isn't that right, Cassie? Cassie Surge, 13, is Alan's sister. She wears a long, raggedy black dress, white gloves with sharp nails, and a white mask with 2 black eyes and red pupils in the center. Crimson red paint coming from the eyes looking like bloody tears. Cassie. Sure am, once I get this stupid mask on. Alan. You need help? Cassie. No, I got it. Good, good. So in this scene, we're going to film the first time you see the monster coming out from behind the corner of this house. And then I grab the camera. Yes. Okay. You ready? Get behind the corner. Cassie walks behind the corner. All right, and action. Oh, 2. I forgot to read the number, 2. Cassie does a creepy crawl from around the corner, peeking her head out slowly. Then her body moves from the corner and towards the camera and grabs the lens. And cut, we'll do that again. I think you need to speed it up a bit. Oh, okay. She's cut off by the camera cut. Cassie is behind the corner again. Take two, and action. Cassie does the slow crawl again, with her head peeking out slowly. Then the camera freezes on the still frame of her head, but the audio of her crawling can still be heard. After 6 seconds, the film resumes with her in front of the camera. And cut, I think the camera froze there. Like, how? It was just a still frame. That was weird. Dang. It was a good one, too. Is it charged fully? There's a blank space right there. So, oh, never mind. Okay, 3. Yeah, it's charged. It's just wanting to be it just wants to be annoying. But anyway, I'll just use the original shot. I can just speed it up later. Good, because this thing sucks to wear. Cassie takes the dress and mask off. Out. Probably. Abrupt cut to them walking towards the forest. So the next shot here will just be Cassie walking down the hall, this hill here. I don't know how I got hall out of here, but I'm dyslexic. The camera freezes on a frame and then has a sort of data mosh effect. Shouldn't be too difficult, unless this stupid camera keeps messing up. Relatable. He hits the camera a couple times. Can I use the bathroom real quick? Yeah, I'll be here. Alan walks towards the trees, but the frame rate drops. What? Alan turns and walks back to where he was, and the frame rate is back to normal. Abrupt cut to Cassie back on set. And action. Cassie walks down the hill. The camera runs smoothly. Alright, that was good. Cassie stops and looks in the distance with a scared expression. The camera freezes on the frame. But maybe I should get a lower angle. Oh, come on. Really? Come on. He hits the camera a few times. Work, dude! He hits it one more time and the camera resumes the footage. A tall, pale man dressed in a black suit with back tentacles towers over Cassie. She screams. Hey! Alan drops the camera. With the view being on its side, the figure walks toward Cassie. As she crawls away, trying to escape, Alan walks in frame holding a knife. He acts as if he's going to attack. Get him away! The figure looks at him as he hesitates. The frame data motion freezes again, and then the figure appears right in front of Alan, startling him. Alan grabs the camera and runs. My knife won't open. I'll be right back. No! Alan tries running away, but he is tripped over. I'm putting my phone on the charger so I can keep reading. I'm not done. I'm just putting my phone on the charger so I can keep reading this. Okay. He drops the camera and grabs it again. Someone off camera shoots the figure twice. He sends one of the tentacles towards them and it grabs them, pulling them closer. Take breaks between scenes if you want. Okay. And a seething mouth full of sharp teeth bursts through the figure's pale face as the camera glitches and stops recording. Over black. Sterling City, California, August 15th, 2010. Okay, before I continue reading, very interesting so far. Very interesting so far. All right. Anyway. Exterior, Sterling City, winding night. Sheriff Donnie drives his car with Detective Jack in the passenger seat. You sure you know what you're doing, detective? When have I not? This idea you have about this man, don't you think it's a bit far-fetched? Something had to have happened to those kids. I want to know why. I wouldn't look towards the supernatural if I were you. I would think logically. What is scientifically possible in a case like this? He isn't logical. I don't know. I thought that was funny. I don't believe in ghosts. The idea of apparitions in our world taking things and haunting things. It's like textbook insane cult stuff. If only you had my eyes. You could see what I saw that night, Madison. Don't blame your poor parenting on a guy who doesn't even exist and could never exist. Wait and see, Donnie. The sheriff parks on the side of the road. We cut to the sheriff and detective with flashlights walking in a dark forest. I don't know why it smells like ass in this room right now, but it seriously does, and I haven't even shit myself yet. Stay close. We don't want to get lost out here. How long will we be out here? Give it a couple hours. It's getting late. I haven't eaten anything in a good minute. I have leftover rotisserie chicken at my house if you're interested. Do you have beer? Of course. Then hell yeah. Oh, that's so minor, but I love it. Okay, anyway. I know this is not supposed to be a comedy, but that was just funny. But anyway. Jack walks by a couple trees and stops, staring at something. Donnie stops too. You alright? Jack, what's this? I don't know why I just read the character name, because I haven't been doing that for a minute, but okay. He shines his light at something off screen. Donnie walks over to what he is shining, and it's a piece of paper stapled to a tree. It's a drawing of a tall man amidst a forest. I'm just now realizing this seems to be a Slender Man adaptation. Donnie takes it off the tree. That's him. That's the guy. Oh, come on, Jack. This means nothing. It's just an amateur kid's drawing. I'm telling you, that's him. He took her away. All right. Let's just keep looking around and see if we can find anything else. Something rustles through the branches. What was that? Probably some wild animal. Jack turns his back against where the rustling came from. A tall, blurry, black figure, that's racist, rises from the bushes. We see through the POV of the creature as he rises, and Jack turns around in shock and awe. Donnie! Huh? Jack hauls past Donnie, running as fast as he can. Get to the car! What did you see? Donnie turns and sees the creature's tall, pale man in a suit with black tentacles. I mean, it was obvious, but I was still making sure. I'm stupid, okay? Anyway, Donnie turns and sees the creature's long claws. He grabs his gun, He grabs his gun and fires, but the bullets fall to the ground covered in blood. The figure still stands. Donnie runs off, dropping the page on the ground. They make it to the car and quickly buckle their seatbelts. Get out of here. I'm getting to that. Calm down. Donnie starts the engine and puts the car in drive. All of a sudden, sounds from above. The car can be heard, like something is on top of it. What the hell is that thing? My guess is as good as yours. All I know is that we need to get out of here. Ear rape edition. Okay. Suddenly, a black hand with eerily long, sharp fingers bashes the windshield, causing a huge crack throughout the whole thing. Donnie steps on the gas and drives at an illegal speed onto the mostly empty road. Tentacles break through the windows and grab at Jack. It's got me, it's got me. Donnie grabs his gun and fires at the tentacles while driving. Blood spills all over the inside of the car like a geyser. Keep your eyes on the road. Donnie swerves past a semi-truck but then, but then crashes into another car, flipping their car over and over. Jack and Donnie are alive, upside down, but hanging thanks to their seatbelts. Jack is dazed and looks outside his broken window. The tall figure hides behind a crowd of people in a dark alleyway, disappearing in the darkness. You okay, Donnie? Donnie coughs blood. I'm all right. They lie in defeat, breathing. Interior class, morning. The teacher is reading an excerpt from A Child Called It by Dave Pelzer. Never heard of it. Teacher. Inside my soul became so cold. I hated everything. I even despised the sun, for I knew I would never be able to play in its warm presence. I cringed with hate when I heard other children laughing as they played outside. My stomach coiled whenever I smelled food that was about to be served to somebody else, knowing it wasn't for me. Alan is drawing in a notebook, a detailed illustration of the figure. So can anyone tell me the tone of this passage? How do they feel? Alan? Alan looks up. The tone is very depressing, I think. That would be correct. Make sure you're reading along. The books in this script aren't random, by the way. I figured. Yes, okay, sorry. Now let's look at number 5. Turn to page 56. A girl walks in the classroom. She walks nervously to the teacher and hands her a pink paper slip. Sorry I couldn't find your class. It's no problem. You're not the only one who struggled finding this class at first. Right, Alan? Alan looks over. Why you gotta single me out? Teacher and the class laugh like a bunch of assholes. It does not say like a bunch of assholes, but that's a bunch of assholes. Sit anywhere you like. The teacher walks away. Hazel looks at Alan and smiles. She walks around the corner of the room and sits at the desk next to Alan. Interior, Alan's room, night. We see an open book showing the Dear Ritter, the Night, German woodcut by Hans Freckenberg. Overhead shot, I'm so dyslexic. Overhead shot of Alan at a desk with the uncut book opened and a glowing computer. We cut to an internet forum. I have the book. Find anything of use? I wish. Nothing involving a guy in a suit, let alone a faceless guy. Alan walks out of his room. He makes a cup of tea in the kitchen and comes back upstairs. I haven't seen him since he took Jay. I tried looking online, but I can't find many people with the same issue. Probably because most of these kidnappings are done without anyone seeing them. I want him dead. Exterior, park, day. You ever heard of Ted the Caver? No, I don't think so. About 9 years ago, journal entries were posted online about Ted and B exploring some mysterious cave. They found a hole that made this strange howl, like someone was on the other side, even though the cave on the other side of the hole was likely unexplored. After making it to the other side, they found these ancient hieroglyphics. All photos they took inside the cave had no picture, and boulders would move on their own. After running away from something that was chasing them, they announced they would go back the next day, and since then they were never seen again. They said there was a monster. What they saw was far from human. Would you say the same for your situation? I guess so. Ted the Caver is widely accepted as the first ever creepypasta. I actually did not know that. I did not know that. Could be the same monster, or a different one, who knows. Our universe is far too vast for our understanding. I believe there's worlds other than ours, like planets, galaxies. Bigger than that, kid. Take this. Jack hands Alan a card. Maybe if we find something, an answer, we could find a meaning to this monster. I would hope so. And that's it. That's the end. Okay, well, I guess I now finally know what novella really is. I'm going to move back over the thoughts. I'll get to that in 1 second. Just 1 second and I'll get to my thoughts. Just looking at something unrelated. All right, back over to the set. Back over to the set. Okay. Now that I know what novella is, on that note, I really enjoyed that. I think it was a very interesting take on the Slender story and the Slender Man mythos, I guess. I just thought it was very interesting, and I quite enjoy it. I can't think of anything that would need improvement. I mean, you did say it was a first draft, so there's always room for improvement. But overall, I did enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah. I will say, though, that's Discord. Let me go back to the phone because it's on the charger. Now you know what I'm adapting. You might want to look at these again. Yep. Suddenly, it... Oh. There we go. Yep. Suddenly, Adam Sandler. Suddenly, it all makes sense. Now that I know what it's an adaptation of, it all suddenly makes sense. It should have been obvious, but it wasn't. You evil genius. But yeah, that... Read. Oh, I missed something. Wait, what were you gonna say? Oh, okay, I think... God. Yeah, but I did enjoy that quite a bit. But yeah. My head hurts. Like... yeah. But that was a very, very good script. Even if it was, just a first draft. So yeah. Alright. I'm pretty sure that's what I was going to say, but, alright. I was to say. The first teaser is about Ben Drowned, the Legend of Zelda story. The second teaser is about Sonic. I kind of got Sonic based on that poster, but yeah. Alright, it is 12:29 a.m. We have been going on for an hour and 45 minutes, 105 minutes. I don't really have anything else to talk about. That and my battery life is at 27%. So yeah, I gotta put this bitch on the charger soon too. But I guess before we go, is there anything you would like to see either tomorrow night or in the future? I know you hardly ever know, but it's still worth asking. Not sure. I guess you can let me know if there's anything you would like to see in the future. I have a few different topics in mind, but I guess I could just tell the full story of Novella. Probably. As for what the hell I'm either going to be reviewing, talking about, showcasing, or bitching about tomorrow, I have no idea. Tomorrow's another day, a chance to start over fresh and new. But yeah, well, you know what? I guess before we wrap up this episode, I'll end with a fun twist on good news, bad news, that instead I'm going to refer to as negative, wholesome. First, the negative. If you voted for Donald Trump, you failed as a human being. Now, the wholesome. Don't let the naysayers get the best of you. I know it might look hard, but trust me when I say some people just want to get a reaction out of you. And it's best if you don't. Don't give them that reaction. Also, cum tastes delicious. But will I elaborate further about that? No, because I've said enough. But for now, and when it comes to stuff like Sonic and Zelda, they existed in universe as in a Marvel Ruins type of way, where the characters know that things should have been better, but it went the opposite way. Cool. But we'll find out about that tomorrow. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued, making sure you don't pull a weight on me. Making sure you don't pull a weight on me before I continue the outro. Okay, it doesn't look like you have anything else to add, so God made you special and He loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.